It's Monday. It's morning.
And it's a special Labor Day macabre.
It's a Labor Day macabre, but you know the Macabre Boys are still recording on Labor Day. What's up with that?
Wow.
Our contracts are bad.
My hands look like this.
We're service workers at the end of the day, so.
Yep, and organized crime fought long and hard for this job, so we will respect
Honestly, nothing better than some OC.
OC.
Watching OC while partaking in OC.
Okay.
While I'm out. That's it. That's all. Scones, should we rename the podcast Silly Boys Murder Hour?
Should we rename each of the planets? Okay, so Mercury is now...
Yeah, I'm interested.
Christian.
Okay.
Christian Slater.
Oh, Christian Slater is now a planet name?
No. The real Christian Slater has to change his name. Venus. We're on to Venus.
Christian Slater.
See, that's what I was going to say, but we've already chosen that. That's
we're
tough.
all out of options. The word bank is run dry.
This is...
We're out, baby.
What about hot car?
Ooh, okay. Venus is hot car. Earth?
Right in. What you want Earth to be. Scones.
Yo.
Scones, how's your...
Yes?
What did you do with your long weekend? You got a long weekend. What did you do with it?
Ooh. I went apple picking with
shit.
Some cool people.
Uh-oh, spoiler alert. Scones might have shown up and gone apple picking with me and my family.
Uh-oh.
Because nothing screams macabre like picking some apples.
I think Dr. Noodlebutter was there.
Dr. Noodlebutter was there. There was... Scones went really hard on hide-and-go-seek with my 2-year-old. And we had to...
I don't play no game I can't win, dude.
I was like, oh no, she's not gonna find him. There was like hidden closet doors shut, and like she was never gonna be the victor.
Easy peasy, dude.
So basically, she got shown the fuck up by Scony.
No one hides or seeks better than me.
Also, Scone's got a sweet ice cream sandwich where the cookies were like the size of his head.
Yeah, that was sick.
It was wild.
And Jenny got the block of cheese that they sell, independent of anything else.
Yeah. They just sell like a pound of cheese, like a block of cheese with their like ice creams and apples. It was a good time.
Yeah, I have way too many apples, dude. I am not going to eat all these in time.
Yeah, you get so much from picking them, and we're like, oh no.
Yep. It's like $16 or it was like $15 or something for... Probably like close to a pound bag of apples. Like,
if anyone wants to make an apple pie out there, give us your address and we will ship you these apples.
Like so many apples.
Nothing screams macabre like apple picking, and
we're trying to basically just force fall.
Yeah, so we're like, it's September.
Labor Day. A lot of people think that's like end of summer, but we think that's beginning of fall.
Yeah, I like to take the old flannel out first. It was like 80 something degrees, and we're like, it was so hot. I was sweating so much, and it was just like, let's get apples, guys. It was bad. It was not good.
Oh man.
Not again. So, Phil, what do you think about picking apples, baby?
As long as I get some apple cider, I'm down.
Ooh. Are you a warm apple cider or a cold apple cider guy?
Yeah, I like it right in the middle.
Right in the middle? Room temp apple cider? I've never heard that before.
Oh,
I cannot believe...
I'm salivating just thinking about it.
So, you do not like your apple cider hot like you
No. No. Room temperature or bust.
Room temp or bust, ladies and gents.
RTAB.
That's very cool.
Put it on a t-shirt and
Room
sell
temperature bust. Welcome to Monday Morning Macabre for another week of Silly Boy Murder Hour.
Silly Boy Murder Hour.
I genuinely think if we named the podcast Silly Boy Murder Hour, a lot of people would have a better idea of what they were getting into.
Especially since we barely ever come out on Monday mornings anymore.
Yeah, now it's like Monday night, Tuesday morning macabre, but Silly Boy Murder Hour doesn't have a date. We didn't confine ourselves to a specific day of the week.
We don't reward people who have been with us all along by giving you on-time content.
Yeah.
We reward people who just get in.
You have a kid and then tell me how to do it. It's free.
You have another kid and tell me how to do it.
Have a third kid and tell me how you done it.
And then go apple picking when it's really sunny.
Do you think in an alternate universe there's apples going human picking?
Oh my god! But the humans scream when the apple.
Yeah,
picking.
they're like, "Oh yeah, yeah," like that kind of scream. Oh no! What happened? Scotty,
I was drinking water when you said you did that.
Scones didn't like it.
Oh my gosh!
So that was not the kind of scream you were intending, I presume.
No, I wasn't expecting that at all.
Well, that's how the humans get you.
Whew.
Keep you on your toes.
That's how they get you. They keep
On your
you
toes.
on your toes.
Pick me off a tree and listen to me moan. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Monday Morning Macabre for another week. Scones is going to be the Macabrista this week.
Yeah, we got a great show for you tonight.
Got a show for you tonight. Talib Kweli will be here, and
Nice.
yeah, who I'm surprised we got him.
Sick.
Talib who?
Wow.
Talib Kweli, who's like an artist.
He's also, I think, like a big podcast personality now.
Sorry,
I think he has a real big time podcast.
better than me.
I don't know if he's better than you.
How does he
Phil.
drink this cider?
That's the
Ooh,
question.
That's gonna be the only way we solve this thing.
Oh,
All right,
Phil just
did-
drove
did
off
he
in
just
his
leave?
motorcycle, I guess.
Got his
Or his hot car, I mean, excuse me. Well, I guess we'll never know. Scones, what are we
Time to talk spooky,
Time to
baby.
talk spooky, baby. What are we talking about, Scony?
Today we're talking about the true story of The Conjuring 3.
The Conjuring 3.
Yeah, so you know the movie The Conjuring.
Yeah, this is the third one.
Okay, so you know the movie The Conjuring 2.
Yeah, more conjure, more ing.
Okay, so you know the movie The Conjuring 3.
Yeah, so Conjuring 3.
Yeah, Tokyo Conjuring.
Stupid.
Yeah, so this is the true story that happened there and the murder that would inspire it. Because I totally planned for this and did not mess up anything. Band?
Band, cover your dinglets and rip into the crunch. That was a good crunch rip.
I really like the term "rip into the crunch."
Rip into
I don't
the
know
crunch.
why.
Sounds like a surfing term. Sounds like you like hit a swell and rip into the crunch.
Dude, you gotta rip the crunch, otherwise you're gonna get pitted, dude. So
Bro, you're gonna
pitted.
get so pitted if you don't rip that crunch.
The real story behind The Conjuring 3 saw 19-year-old Arne Cheyenne Johnson brutally murdered.
Arn?
Yeah, his name's Arne Cheyenne Johnson brutally murdered his landlord in the sleepy town of Brookfield, Connecticut, after claiming that he
Yo.
was possessed by a demon.
By funk.
You ever get possessed by the funk and it makes you murder and then bust a sweet move on the dance floor?
Dude, hey man, I love everything you just said.
Hell yeah.
Let's put it that way. Okay, so
There's an ad in my article, this is Barstool Sports, with just like weird, trying to sell me t-shirts with porn memes on them.
Scones, what are you Googling?
I'm on allthat'sinteresting.com.
Oh, baby. Googling Barstool Sports owner t-shirts.
No, it's not the owner. It's just never mind. This article is by Marco Margaritov. Checked by I think my last
we've
article
talked, yeah, I was going to say,
yeah.
I remember that name because it's like a
Margo,
silly
you're
made-up
on
name.
fucking fire, dude.
Nate Mario, good for you. Double,
She's
double,
probably
double.
like
She gets the
or
proceeds
no,
that we
or
make off this
he
episode. Or he.
might
Is it
be like
Margot? Margot?
no, it's Marco.
Oh, Marco. That's definitely a guy. Marco
Uh,
Polo top?
But yeah, oh true. Forgot about that. Probably the most famous Marco ever, right?
Oh, yeah. Name 3 Marcos.
Marco Polo. Marco Margaritov.
Yep, and
Ah,
I see that's it. There's no more.
hold on. There has to be one.
Like,
Marco Rubio.
yep, fucking Rubio. Got me again, that son of a bitch.
Paranormal horror is a staple of the movie industry, and James Wan's The Conjuring series, which debuted in 2013, revived the genre like few films before it.
Oh, real quick, speaking of, did you see that Jeepers Creepers is getting rebooted?
No, is James Wan doing it?
No.
Is A23 doing it?
No.
Is it gonna be good?
A24?
What did I say?
A23.
Oh, +1, baby.
Hey, bring your +1. Sheesh. Okay, anyway. That's it. That's all.
That is pretty cool. Also, just a shout out to The Conjuring, the first one, so fucking good.
Yo.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, when like he's like, "Oh no," and then the monsters.
It's a doll.
Shout out to Patrick something. What's his name?
Patrick Wilson had
Patrick
a stint
Wilson.
of horror movies that was
Yeah,
unrivaled.
he killed it. Anyway,
he was in 3 great horror movies
in a very short period of time.
Yeah, The Conjuring, Bone Tomahawk, and Insidious Chapter 2 were all pretty sick.
Yeah, Bone Tomahawk.
What's he doing now?
I'm just trying to live that Bone Tomahawk life.
Bone Tomahawk's a very good horror western.
I love it because it's like, let's take 2 genres that are like almost never together.
Let's take 2 genres that won't kiss and make them kiss.
That like yeah, it's like opposites attract. It's like Western always hangs out at the popular kids table, but horror's like quirky in its own way and like is trying to, they like make eyes from across the room, but they know that their like social lives cannot cross, like star-crossed lovers like Juliet and Romeo.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah.
And
then a guy gets ripped in half.
He's in something called Moonfall.
Yeah.
And he was in Aquaman.
Yeah, he was the giant octopus Lorenzo.
He was
in Aquaman.
Lorenzo had to fight old Aquaman.
Yeah.
Johnny Aquaman.
Johnny Aquaman versus Lorenzo was the fight of the century. Thanos, take a seat.
And part of what
to be young
made
again.
The Conjuring in each subsequent entry so compelling and so terrifying, it's a little generous to the sequels, but anyway, is that they root in real life. So when another film in the series came out in 2021, it left fans asking one big question. Is The Conjuring 3 based on a true story? Well, guess what, idiots asking that question?
Hey,
it is.
dumbass. Why don't you read a book?
Released in 2021, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, was indeed rooted in the macabre. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Oh, man. Dars, that's the word.
That's the word. Pee-wee's Playhouse style. All of the furniture is screaming.
Furniture takes the word of the day way harder than people
Yeah,
do
Pee-wee
when they're
was
getting
chill
picked by
on it.
apples.
Yeah, they have screams of like realization that
They're alive.
They're
and
in
they shouldn't be.
yeah that they want to just be killed. They're like, please end my life, but the
But
humans.
it's a couch. I'm not gonna cut up my couch.
It's a love seat, baby. I could sell this. Anyway,
it's indeed rooted in the macabre and the real-life murder trial of 19-year-old Arne Cheyenne Johnson, who was charged with killing his landlord, Alan Bono, in 1981.
yo, okay,
Yo.
is it A-R-N, Arn?
Yeah, A-R-N-E. Might be Arnie, I
Arnie.
guess.
It's got to be Arnie.
Arne Cheyenne Johnson.
All right, who wins? Arnie, the murder suspect, or Marnie, Halloween Town protagonist?
Oh, Marnie Halloween Town, dude.
Dude, you know Marnie Halloween Town?
Dude, she's fucking...
She's the coolest chick in school.
I don't care how much her mom wants to be a dick about it. She's a witch.
Dude, Marnie Halloween Town, man. I'm taking her to semi. I'm taking her to junior. I'm taking her to senior prom.
Dude, Marnie... Hold on, wait. Marnie...
Marnie Halloween Town. Hey, weekly reminder that Mr. Feeney's still alive.
Yeah, and he's in the kitchen cooking the books with your mom.
With Marnie Halloween Town's mom, dude. Ugh.
Who is
Marnie's
Marnie's mom?
Marnie's, what about Marnie's?
Oh,
Marnie's
never
mom?
mind.
Marnie's grandmother was Leia Organa's mom.
Yes, I was wondering for some
Is
reason
what-
my head
Debbie
I
Reynolds.
thought the mom was
Debbie Reynolds right
Skyla
there.
from
Alvin and the Chipmunks Squeakquel? That one?
no, close. Breaking Bad.
Oh, no way.
It is not. No,
No. They don't
But it's
they
just
are
another-
nothing alike.
it's another.
Also, she was
mom
like
who
the
hates
age
magic.
of her, like in 1994 when that movie came out. That movie
True.
came out maybe
I
in
guess that's
96,
true.
maybe. But
Well, Skyla looks very similar. She's in an episode of Seinfeld, and she looks very similar. Like she aged like well from that episode of Seinfeld too.
so, like, you'd pick her off the tree in the orchard. Is what you're saying?
I don't know anymore. Wait, hold on a second. I think I'm getting some feedback. Hold on.
Scones, did you get?
What's
When you
up,
said
sucker?
when you said feedback, I thought you meant technical feedback, like the microphone going into the.
Oh no, I just
speakers.
said a general word to try and buy me some time.
I see. Anyway, we're off topic.
Arne the Cheyenne Johnson kills his landlord Alan Bono in 1981. In court, Johnson notoriously claimed that he had been possessed by demons when he stabbed Bono to death, and that the devil forced him to do it.
Ooh, this is gonna hold up in a court.
Well, you never know. This is like height of like Christian conservative America. Like they
True.
might buy it, dude. Like
Yo, what if
this
the
is the
Pope
point when
showed
like
up?
D&D was almost illegalized.
Yeah, playing the guitar got you like thrown
Yeah,
in prison.
You can beat your kids as many times as you want back then, but hey, if
Well,
they
that's
start playing
got-
D&D,
yeah.
that's the reason they have psychotic tendencies.
You rolling dice and talking to dragons. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You almost went Cosby there.
Did I? Wait,
I don't know.
what?
It felt like you wanted to.
What? Mm-mm?
No, the thing you said before it.
You rolling dice and talking to dragons. That doesn't sound
You
Cosby
said,
at all.
No, you said it different right there.
I
You said
don't-
it like
I
a
don't
Texas
think I did.
lawman.
I said it the exact same way. Listen
I don't
back.
know.
We're
I
leaving
guess
in.
it's a thin, blurry line between Bill Cosby and a Texas lawman.
Ooh, how do we eject from this?
We go straight into the gruesome incident in Brookfield, Connecticut, marking the first time that anyone had been murdered in the town's 193-year history.
Wow.
Darce, would you do it just to be number one? Just to be
Dude,
first?
honestly,
Just to plant
all
your
right.
flag?
I've done a lot of flag planting in
Oh,
my
man.
day.
Okay, now we're into like kind of Georgia comedian. Here we go.
Yeah, so here's my Georgia comedian voice.
You see,
Uh,
you ever
Oh,
find the
man.
people put
That guy
the
was
flag
a hero
in
to
the
so many
okay.
people.
anyway, yeah, what? Where were we again?
I asked if you would murder someone just to
Oh,
be first.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you're not first, you're last, Papa.
All right, well, I'm glad we got that out of the way.
I think that answers all the questions.
Send me a mo-
This is
Oh
going to
my
be
gosh.
used in a murder trial in the future, and I'm not okay with that. I plead the fifth.
Anyway, Johnson's shocking defense that a demon had commandeered him to kill had never been wielded in an American courtroom before.
That's cool. Hey, points for creativity.
Brookfield, Connecticut's not the place to make that defense, but
No, but, props
dude, if
to you
he
for-
made that in like rural Mississippi, he might get away with it.
Yeah, I think today you could probably get away with it. Honestly.
We're coming at you. That's a slight to rural Mississippi.
Hey, if you're in rural Mississippi, you're listening to the wrong goddamn podcast.
I know we do have listeners in Arkansas, and they're pretty chill. We love you guys, but Mississippi's
But
where we draw the goddamn
Mississippi,
line.
get rid of an S or a P in there, dude. You got too many. Other states need
Louisiana,
it.
you're pretty sick too, but man, in
Yo,
between,
true.
it's just trash.
It's just a whole county of trash.
Anyway, though Johnson's case was thrillingly depicted on screen in The Conjuring 3, director Michael Chavez took vast creative liberties with it. For instance, Johnson had claimed not to have any memory of the murder, leaving Chavez to interpret the details himself. With fictionalized suicide attempts and a fanatic occultist figure, the movie was not exactly accurate.
Yep.
Also, shout out to Jackson, Mississippi. I know we just said a lot of stuff about Mississippi, but I hope you're all getting clean water somehow. Anyway. So what is the true story of The Conjuring 3? Let's take a look back at what might have really happened that bloody winter night in 1981.
Oh, what a night.
The devil made me do it.
The devil made me do it, 1981.
Before his incident with his landlord that served as the true story behind The Conjuring, Arne Cheyenne Johnson had a spotless record. Living in the sleepy Connecticut town of Brookfield, Johnson was engaged to a woman named Debbie Glatzel. But all was not well with the couple.
Not all was well with Debbie Glassell?
Not all was well, banned by Debbie Glatzel. Indeed, in the year leading up to the murder, Glatzel's 11-year-old brother, David, had begun acting strangely. The
Davey
child,
Wavy?
Davy Wavy, had begun acting strangely. The child
Okay.
reportedly told both Johnson and Glatzel that he was tormented by a, quote, old man with big black eyes, a thin face with animal features, and jagged teeth, pointed ears, horns.
Wow, this
and
guy's got a
hooves.
lot going on.
I know. I didn't get one superlative in high school.
God damn.
When Johnson stayed with the Glatzels to help, he began hearing noises from the attic himself.
Uh-oh.
The Glatzels consequently called paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Let's get it.
So
we bring in a big
This
gun.
was shout out to all the season 1 listeners.
Yep.
We said it was Darius's parents. It was not Darius's parents that met Ed and Lorraine Warren. Fuck Darius.
Hey,
you ever bring
Darius,
that shit in here again?
fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, Darius.
Yeah, Darius.
You're Darius.
Yeah, Darius, why don't you go suck a popsicle and shut
Yeah,
up?
suck that popsicle. Don't
no.
choke on the stick. Anyways, they called the paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren in desperation when David began hissing, seizing, and speaking in odd voices. Who could ever? Listen, if you're speaking in weird voices,
Shout out. Yeah, you want to be on the pod? That's kind of like what we do.
the Warrens concluded that David was possessed by a demon, even though various psychiatrists diagnosed him with a learning disability.
Wow, I think we need to diagnose you with some too.
Yeah, do I have demons or do I have bad reading switch around letters?
I think that's called dyslexia.
Yes, dyslexia.
Demon Lexia.
It is a jump to be like, what that demon behavior is the same as learning disability behavior.
Yeah, it's like, hey, he needs a 504 plan or whatever, not like a holy water slapped on his like tongue.
Yeah.
Y'all ever have holy water slapped on your tongue?
I am tired of getting holy water slapped on my tongue.
Come
I
on
got
down to my
weird letter
hole.
mix around.
This is Mississippi problems.
And we're back. Zing.
Zing.
Please get clean water soon. It's horrible down there.
All right.
Nevertheless, the family called in the church with priests present. The Warrens conducted 3 exorcisms on David, who allegedly levitated and even predicted that Johnson would kill someone. In October, Johnson allegedly told the demon to take me on and leave David in peace. He claimed in court to have peered into a local well where David said he had first met the demon. So he's just hanging out in wells.
Dude, if you're looking down wells like in your free time,
Hey.
you're gonna murder somebody.
Who's down there?
Hey, what's going on in there?
Hey,
Why-
who's down in this Mississippi well?
Every time I yell into this well in Mississippi, someone yells the same thing but a little less loud. Who's
Must
going
be
on?
a demon.
Damon, David.
Dude, you say it one more time, he's gonna fucking appear in your room. Johnson then began falling into trances, growling and hallucinating, all of which he wouldn't remember afterwards. Finally, on February 16th, 1981, the true story behind The Conjuring 3 came to a head. Johnson was meeting with Glatzel at a dog kennel owned by Alan Bono, who was also Johnson's landlord at the time. Glatzel worked there grooming the dogs and had brought her 9-year-old cousin Mary along that day. When Bono reportedly grabbed Mary in a drunken rage, Glatzel claimed Johnson flew into a rage himself, growling like an animal, in an effort to get Bono off of her. He wound up fatally stabbing Bono with a 5-inch pocket knife in the stomach and chest.
Yikes.
Johnson was arrested 2 miles away and brought to trial in November. To the bafflement of the courtroom, Johnson claimed he didn't remember anything from the murder because he was possessed by a demon at the time. Dash, what are you thinking?
Here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I would say the same shit if I stabbed the guy and killed him.
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea.
I mean-
Especially if...
You live in the sippy.
Yeah, maybe I'm sippy.
Mississippi sippy cups.
Yeah,
It's
we're
many
on you,
business.
Mississippi.
Mississippi sippy cups. If you want a
The true
sippy cup with Mississippi water in it, call me up.
Oh, no.
We've sold 0.
The true story of The Conjuring 3. Both the Arne Johnson case and The Conjuring 3 concluded in the same way, with no proof that demonic possession caused Bono's murder. Yet, Johnson was convicted of first-degree manslaughter on November 24th, 1981, and sentenced to 10 to 20 years.
Honestly, better than what I thought it'd be.
What, 20 to 30?
I thought he'd be in 30 to life. Sheesh.
In the movies, both Ed and Lorraine Warren are present at the trial as they were in reality. It's important
that's
to note
cool.
that the Warrens were the basis of the previous 2 Conjuring films, which were based loosely on their real-life investigations of the so-called Enfield haunting in England.
Yup.
While some considered the paranormal couple credible, others believed they were simply con artists. Boo, we like them.
We like
tell 'em how
Patrick
we like 'em.
Wilson. Listen, Patrick Wilson came to my house one time when I was not feeling so good. He made me soup. I love that man.
You know who doesn't like the Patrick Wilson?
Yeah, wow. Ooh. Jesus Christ.
Woo! It was
Jeez.
Darius.
Okay, well,
Fuck
fuck him.
Darius. But if the Warrens are to be believed, then Conjuring 3 painted over the facts of Johnson's case in broad strokes. According to Ed Warren, for instance, Arne Johnson was not possessed by Satan, but by 43 different demons.
That's so many demons.
That's a lot of demons.
That's more demons you can shake a stick at. Shee.
Furthermore, a subplot in the film about an occultist priest who purposefully cursed the Glatzells was wholly fabricated. So we got no priests out there doing wacky stuff.
Holy fabricated, Batman.
A further narrative in the movie that this same priest wanted Johnson to murder somebody before committing suicide in prison was yet another element conjured up by screenwriters. The film also omits key details about Bono and Johnson's friendship prior to the murder. In the end, the director was interested in more spiritual questions. The fun thing about these movies is you're always playing this fun game of, well, was it true? Chavez said. How extraordinary did it get? It's like my own faith was in question. If you choose to believe him and his story, it really has consequence and weight because we're talking about a real victim and a real murder.
Shee.
So what happened to old Arne Johnson?
Yeah, what happened to old Arne Johnson?
Arne Johnson ultimately served 5 years in prison and earned his high school diploma behind bars.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, you get your little GED behind bars?
You get a GED behind BAR?
Sure do.
Well, that's cool. Good for you, Arnie.
He was 24 years old upon release and married his fiancée, Glatzel.
Dude,
In
honestly,
1983.
pretty
Yes?
sick outcome for a dude who murdered a guy.
Well, he manslaughtered a guy because the guy was attacking someone.
I guess that's true. I take it back.
You take it back.
Take it back to the concrete streets. Original beats for real live MCs. Playground tactics, the rabbit in the hat trick. Just that classic rap shit from Jurassic. Anyway.
Jurassic 5, everybody.
Charlie Tuna, everybody.
In 1983, a book about his case titled The Devil in Connecticut was printed to such popularity that his brother-in-law, Carl Glatzel, had to leave the state as a result of its spotlight.
That's a bummer.
What do you think happened to him that made him leave? It's just like people are like, your sister's husband got possessed by demons, and he's like, I gotta go.
He's like, yo, on God, I gotta be
This
out
happens
here.
every time I'm in the grocery store.
Goddamn, can't go anywhere.
While the Warrens stood by their testimonies in Johnson's trial, Carl Glatzel wound up suing them, claiming they had exploited his family for monetary gain.
Okay.
In 2007, Glatzel confirmed that his brother David had indeed suffered from an illness at the time. So was The Conjuring 3 based on a true story? It certainly chronicled the defense's narrative in a real-life court case. But there are two sides to every story, and The Conjuring 3 was ultimately more about entertainment than quite the truth.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, you think so? So, Das, what do you think happened?
I don't think it was a demon. I'm gonna say it.
You don't think he had 43 demons flying up his beef hole?
Ooh, Dude, nothing like a good old beef hole demon, but I don't think he
Dude,
had
it was a
43
beef
of
hole
them.
demon party, dude. It was 43 of them, dude.
Yeah, that's a four's a crowd, whatever it is.
That's
43
like both teams on a football field worth of demons getting in,
in your beef hole. And nobody wants that.
Well, I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum, but I don't want that.
I don't think I want anything in my beef hole, please. Listeners, if you're like, I should send something to Darce's beef hole, please don't.
Yeah, please, save your stamps.
Save your stamps. My beef hole's mine.
Another T-shirt printed.
Another T-shirt. And without that further ado, that's the old Monday Morning Macabre, guys.
That's the gabagoo.
That's the gabagool for this week. Make sure you check out the Patreon, MM Macabre Pod on Twitter, Monday Morning Macabre on Instagram. Check out the website. Do all that stuff. Tell a friend. Buy a beef hole T-shirt and move out of Mississippi. Because Lord knows.
Lord
knows. I don't know the difference in dialect in southern states.
Oh, you
It's
got
all
it, dude.
the same.
No,
The only thing I know is
no.
Louisiana's got like a fun twist to it.
Yeah, Louisiana's got a fun twist. Texas has like the Matthew McConaughey lawman, lawyer type
Yeah, like
of
Sam,
southern
Elliott
drawl. That's
kinda.
kind of classy. And then Savannah,
Yeah.
Georgia also has that kind of classy area. But then you get down to deep into Florida and it's like
Amen to that. And if you're from Mississippi, write in so I can get some more fire burning stuff. Kindling is the word. Other than that, I hope everyone.
One listener from Mississippi.
Yeah,
is
he's like,
"What the
this sucks.
Just taking so many stray bullets for no reason.
As he's wrapping up his package to send to my beef hole. All right. Have a good one, guys.
Goodbye.
I love you. Goodbye.